What's up, y'all? This is Carla, aka Seela the Poet. Happy Valentine's Day to those who celebrate it, and happy anti-Valentine's Day to those who thinks the holiday sucks. I have a complicated relationship with Valentine's Day because February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, is the anniversary of when I left a domestic violence situation behind. About maybe almost 10, 11 years ago, I packed up my a bag of clothes and took my children and moved in with a friend after being assaulted by my mom. And that was the beginning of a very, very difficult process of separation and troubles for me with family members as well as my ex-husband. So Valentine's Day always brings about for me sometimes bad memories and triggers me. And, I've come to the realization that it's very, very important for me to look at that day in such a way that's empowering. Instead of me thinking about how I was hurt, I can think about how I overcame, how far I've come. And I have come far. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share one of my poems for empowerment for myself and maybe for other survivors of DV and family violence that are listening. The day I left, I no longer went along with the program. I challenged profane, angry words and stopped your hands the day that I left. Change happened violently and my heart bled silently. I had no one else, no other. After all this, I can't believe I called you mother. Abuse, controls, and lies, betrayal, conspiracy, and cries for justice, for vindication. Instead, you gave me denial and alienation. I can't believe I called you family after all your secrets and false allegations and treatment of me. I loved you all and you screwed me over. I kept the false court statements that you wrote in a binder to serve as a reminder to me that blood doesn't always mean loyalty or family. I live my days trying not to get into my inner rage and my inner pain, knowing that things will never ever be the same. Now I live each day invisible to you all, no holidays, no get-togethers, no phone calls, but I'd rather live in freedom than dysfunction and toxicity and drama. I've known hurt, flashbacks, fear as a result of this trauma. I used to ask myself, why wasn't I good enough? Then I realized I was good enough. I used to ask myself, why didn't you love me? Then realized you can't because you don't have the capacity. I asked myself, why don't you want me? And then I realized that I am the voice of truth that dissipates all your lies that you don't want to accept. You'd rather be draped in appearances than to be real. You would rather stay the same than change. So I accept your silence, and you'll have to accept mine. I can deal with the alienation, but you'll have to accept my separation. I stand alone, but at least I'm still standing and standing strong. Your schemes and setup to try to destroy me or bring me down didn't work, and now is buried in the ground. Your abuse and conspiracy didn't work at all. With God and my children, I keep fighting and fighting and standing. I still stand tall. So that was a poem that I wrote, never performed it in public, but it really helps with empowering me to overcome the past. And for survivors of DV or family violence that may be listening, just know that know your worth. I wish somebody would have told me that when I was going through all that I was going through. It took me to go to group sessions and therapy and just really searching myself and realizing that I came from a toxic ass family that, filled with narcissists and issues, and that just because someone is your blood doesn't mean that they love you. Just because someone is related to you doesn't mean that they are your family in the true sense of the word. And that's what I learned, unfortunately, by my experiences, my personal experiences. You have to love yourself. You have to come to a point where you have to love yourself for who you are. You have to accept yourself, flaws, quirks, and all. And if someone puts you in a position where they just tolerate you and they really don't accept you and they're really not about supporting you or helping you grow as a person or, being life giving, then it's okay to cut that person off. So that's all I have to say for now. Thank you for listening. Peace.